vote, you get a free drink of Brewdog. So.
Oh my god, what a shocking lighting. No, you keep it on there, it's good. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is our post-match reaction. It is car reaction time. There's 3 of us for the price of, I mean, you didn't even pay for this, but 3 of us for the price of 1. Got a makeshift camera torch light going on here. This is how we roll. So, Liverpool have just beaten Durham by 3-1 in the Conti Cup. Unfortunately, as we were doing all the post-match stuff, Sheffield United equalised, meaning that they progress, we get knocked out. So it's Villa top, Sheffield United second, us third. Is that how it went? Yeah.
Well, so, if Sheffield United win on pens, they get the extra point, so they finish top. But
either way, they're the top 2, they're the 2 that are going through. I can't help but think if we'd have won that game against Sheffield United after being so many goals up, could have been a different story. But you know what? It's all great looking at it after it's already happened. Like, that's not the case, so we move on. But I think in terms of general performance on this game alone, positive.
Yeah, I thought it was really positive. I thought like there was some really good individual performances as well. Obviously, Rinzola got the 2 goals and the assist, and she worked like hard off the ball as well, which is something that I've been wanting to see more of this season. So that was really good.
She was more of a team player today, I think.
Yeah, she was.
It was her track and back that impressed me.
Yeah,
her willingness to win the ball back after she lost it or someone else lost it.
And even if Rowe got pushed on a little bit to make a cross, she was dropping back in terms of making sure that the Durham players didn't counter attack when they had the ball. Like that left back position was kind of held, even though Rowe had gone forward, and then obviously they'd switch back after that. But I think in terms of sometimes she is a little bit at risk of kind of overplaying it in terms of taking too many touches, not releasing the ball early, and she did that a few times today, but more times than not I think she played her own football today. She didn't think about anything else. She played football. Exactly. And you can tell that, and I think that's the best way to be. You want to enjoy your football, and then the rewards from it will come in terms of getting goals, getting assists, and I think we saw that today. Obviously, Charles getting her goal as well. Yeah, Charles was good. It's 2 goals in 2 games now for her. That's got to be good going into Chelsea on the weekend. We'll get on to that, obviously. But I just think, like, although the cup run's ended, you've ended it on, like, a really good note. And you've ended it with confidence. And, you like, we're coming up to one of the biggest games of the season in terms of one of the best teams that are probably going to go on to win the league. Like, you want to, like, minimum is having a good performance, if that makes sense. Like, if we're being realistic,
making
I think
them work hard.
I think if we're being realistic, 3 points is a long way away. It's not impossible, but it'll be extremely difficult with the form that they're in and the players that they've got. I think 1 point would be obviously also Charles having a really good game today. Like, I think it's just nice to see goals go in, like, because in the league we're so unbelievably lucky in terms of not getting a lot of goals. We're creating the chances but just not getting the finishing touch, and I think it's nice to sort of then look at that and be like, oh, we've scored 3 goals against one of the best defences in the championship. Exactly, they were absolute belter goals, but both, like, Rince's goals were both top bins, and it was like, oh my god. And obviously deliveries as well were really good, and I just think
just disappointing that Courtney's one got ruled out.
I know
that looked onside.
That would have done her the world of good. That as well.
Exactly.
She needs that confidence.
You're just waiting for her to sort of start a season, and I hope it's going to be after we get back after Christmas break. But it's like, not terrible, but it's like sad that we're not progressing, because I think it was when you first looked at the group and the teams that were in the group in terms of you didn't have any WSL teams. You had Coventry had only just moved up into the lower leagues. Obviously Villa and Durham and Sheffield United we know are good teams anyways, but they're also in that league for a reason, and we're in our league for a reason. And you thought going into the Conti Cup groups that we were given the better group out of the likes of Everton and Birmingham, all ended up in the same group, and you just kind of thought that that's beatable. At least getting out of the group stage is something that Liverpool could have looked forward to, and we've always said, even last season when we were struggling as well, like, cup games were so important in terms of getting momentum, just having some, like, taste of winning, if that makes sense. And I think it has helped. Like, we came off the back of beating Blackburn with 6 or 7 goals, I can't remember what it was exactly, and we played amazingly against Arsenal. And I think it was because they were confident going into it, and
they
if you're not
that
having
on into the next league games as well.
Exactly. And if you're not getting that confidence from somewhere, I think then it becomes slightly difficult. We'll obviously see how things go on the weekend against Chelsea, and obviously it's going to be a difficult game.
Well, but like what Vicky said, that even though we're out of the competition,
Yeah.
it means that they can focus on the league now, which at the
It's
end of the day is the
important.
It's the most
absolute
important
priority.
thing.
They have taken stuff out of this competition, the things that you've just raised there, like confidence and, you know, a bit of winning momentum, which they haven't been able to get in the league, and obviously goals from open play as well. So they've definitely got stuff out of this competition. It's not been a disappointing campaign. I think the fact that they end it on 2 wins as well is good.
Definitely.
Player of the match, anyone?
Gotta be Babajide.
It's gotta be Rins, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's got to be Rins.
Absolute worldies, by the way.
Yeah.
Absolute worldies.
I thought Becky Jane played really well again today as well.
Love Becky Jane.
She is so quick.
She's so fast.
So quick.
She was up against
let's go.
twice the size of her as well.
Literally.
Yeah.
So quick.
But like,
Yeah,
fair
she
play
played
to
well.
like Hodgson and Rogers for filling at the
Yeah.
back as well. Our squad's low on numbers at the minute, and obviously having to take Fahy and Roboff to rest them ahead of the Chelsea game, to have players who are willing to literally just go in any position that they're asked to do.
Young players as well.
Exactly.
And that's where the goal came from. Like Vicky said post-match anyways, like, it's always difficult even taking one player out of the back line, and then when you're having to take 2, you're putting one in who's naturally a forward player.
And the cross came from that side as well.
And then,
exactly.
And then Roberts had to go off because she took a little bit of a knock.
Yeah.
Then you didn't want her to get injured, so then you're losing another defensive-minded player in that area as well. So
also a word on Bo Kearns. I thought she came on and played really well.
Did, yeah.
I've not, in all honesty, I've not really seen a lot from her when she has come on in previous games in terms of being like, oh wow, like that was really sick or whatever. But like today, she looked like she'd been playing in that team for ages, like shrugging off players, doing fancy little tricks around.
Didn't she?
She
looked
did,
strong
determined,
on the ball.
I think's the thing, and like that's what you get from youth players. Like she's like a red through and through, isn't she? And like playing for Liverpool means the world to her. And you could just tell today that she was like, I'm just gonna. I've got nothing to lose here. She probably knows that she's not gonna play against Chelsea, and she knows that she needs to take these cup games as an opportunity. And hopefully, when it comes to the FA Cup coming around, things like that, that she'll then have proved her case to sort of play in those sorts of games.
She's a perfect example of someone who's benefited from this competition in the sense that she scored her first goal, and then she's gone on and, you know, had another good performance today from the bench.
Yeah.
So it's those kind of things that you get a lot out of this competition, but it's no good unless you then put that back into the league.
Back it up, 100%. Anyways, this has been a car match reaction, as per, because I feel like this weather's too cold to be stood outside. Can't speak then. The weather's too cold to be stood outside waffling, so it's not. I think for the winter months, let's call it Carpool match reaction.
Okay.
We'll go with that.
Okay. I'm going to work on that name and get back to you on that one. Anyways, thank you for watching. This has been the match reaction. Make sure you check out everything else. I can't name it now because I've forgotten. 12 Days of Christmas, bang. Podcast. Have you done a player ratings?
No, not yet.
Okay, well, look for that when it comes out. Surprisingly, whenever you can. Anyways, yes, thank you for joining us, Emma. Have you enjoyed being in Carpool match reaction?
It's an experience I will never ever forget.
Not even got a seatbelt on. We're not driving, don't worry.
Be a bit weird if it was, wasn't it?
No one's holding the wheel.
We are stationary. The car is off.
We are in neutral with the handbrake.
Do not call the police.
Anyways, thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll be back soon with another video.
Bye.
Bye for life.